Your dog has been trying to tell you something. Every single day, in every small moment, through every behavior you have probably noticed but never fully stopped to understand. And here is the part that catches most people off guard: the gap between what a dog genuinely needs and what they are actually receiving is rarely about love. Most owners love their dogs deeply. The gap is about something quieter. Something most people were never taught to look for. By the end of this video, you will see your dog differently. And the last point especially, that one changes everything, this is the one almost nobody talks about. And it sounds so straightforward that most people will hear it and move on without taking it seriously. That would be a mistake. The first 5 minutes of your morning are doing something to your dog's emotional state that lasts for the rest of the day. Not their breakfast. Not their walk. Not anything else in their entire routine. Those first 5 minutes. Dogs are wired to orient around a social anchor. In your home, that anchor is you. And the moment you wake up and reach for your phone before you reach for your dog, something registers in their nervous system. Not dramatically. Not in a way that looks like distress. But it registers. Research published in a leading animal behavior journal found that dogs who receive consistent morning social interaction from their owners show measurably lower stress hormone levels throughout the entire day. Lower stress, from something that takes 30 seconds. You do not need to make it elaborate. Just find their eyes when you wake up. Say their name with warmth. Let them greet you the way they want to. Let that moment belong to them. Because your dog has been waiting while you slept. Their whole world was paused. When you acknowledge them first, before the coffee, before the phone, before anything else, their brain registers something no treat can replicate. It registers, I matter here. And a dog who believes they matter is a fundamentally different animal from a dog who is not sure. How many times have you tugged the lead on a walk because your dog stopped to smell something? How many times have you said come on and kept moving because you had somewhere to be? Almost every owner has done this. And almost no one knows what they just took away. A dog's nose contains hundreds of millions of scent receptors. The part of their brain dedicated to processing smell is proportionally enormous compared to ours. When your dog stops and investigates a patch of ground for 60 seconds, they are not wasting time. They are reading. Who was here? How long ago? Were they healthy? Were they stressed? Every scent is a paragraph. Every surface is a page. Your neighborhood is a story your dog has been trying to finish for years, and every time you pull them away, you close the book mid-sentence. Research into canine cognition has found that dogs given genuine freedom to sniff during walks showed significantly higher levels of optimism in tests conducted afterward. Not just lower stress. Optimism. The way you allow your dog to use their nose actually shapes how they see the world. 20 minutes of real, unhurried sniffing does more for your dog's mental health than an hour of pure physical exercise. And when you stop pulling and start following, something shifts. Your dog begins to understand that being with you means their needs are taken seriously. That is the foundation everything else in this video is built on. Do you talk to your dog throughout the day? Say their name just because? Greet them when you come home? Narrate small moments as you move through the house? If you do, you are doing something more powerful than you probably realize. Researchers using brain imaging technology found that dogs process the emotional tone of their owner's voice in the same part of the brain humans use for emotional communication. Your dog has developed a dedicated system for reading how you speak to them. When owners used a warm, genuinely affectionate tone, dogs showed immediate physiological signs of relaxation. Heart rate dropped. Muscles released. Eyes softened. When the same owner spoke in a flat or distracted tone, the dog's nervous system stayed alert. Not because the words were different. Because the warmth was absent. Your voice is one of the most powerful calming tools your dog will ever have access to. Every time you greet them softly when you walk through the door, every time you say their name with real feeling, every time you whisper to them while they rest beside you, you are reaching directly into their nervous system and telling it, everything is safe, I am here, you can rest. No product, no supplement, no device can do what a warm voice from the right person does. And your dog has always known the difference. The question is how consistently you give them something they can count on. When was the last time you genuinely played with your dog? Not throwing a ball while checking your messages. Not tossing a toy in their general direction. Actually played. Fully present. Fully in it. Because there is a difference between keeping a dog entertained and actually fulfilling them. Every dog carries deep biological drives, to chase, to search, to catch, to retrieve. These are not behavioral quirks. They are imperatives. And when those drives never find meaningful expression, the energy does not disappear. It finds somewhere else to go. Research has found that dogs with insufficient interactive play showed significantly higher rates of anxiety and compulsive behavior, not because they were difficult dogs, but because they were unfulfilled ones. Real play means you move. You make the toy unpredictable. You let the energy build, pause, and surge again. You let your dog win sometimes, let them grab the toy and feel the satisfaction of the catch. And you always finish with a quiet wind down, a few calm moments that let their nervous system settle back from the excitement of the game. That sequence, the build, the chase, the catch, the release, is not recreation to your dog. It is the experience that tells their brain, I am capable. I am alive. I am seen. And when you are fully present on the other end of that game, making it feel real, your dog does not just enjoy playtime. They see you as the person who understands what they are made of. That is a different level of connection than any amount of passive affection creates. Does your dog have a place they can go when the world gets to be too much? Not a crate you shut them into. A place they chose. A corner they return to on their own terms. A spot where nothing is expected of them and no one calls them back. If your answer is no, your dog has been missing something essential. The ability to step away from stimulation, noise, activity, and interaction and enter a state of genuine rest is a neurological need, not a personality preference. Research published in a peer-reviewed journal on animal welfare found that dogs provided with a retreat space their owners consistently respected showed significantly lower indicators of chronic stress compared to dogs in homes with no such space. The critical word in that finding is respected. The space only works if the humans in the house understand that when the dog goes there, they are not to be disturbed. Not called. Not followed. Not pulled back into the social world until they are ready. This is where most well-meaning owners get it wrong. They give the dog a bed in the corner, then call them off it 30 seconds later. They reach down to pet the dog the moment the dog settles. And every interruption teaches the same thing: there is no place in this home where I can truly switch off. A dog who cannot genuinely rest cannot genuinely recover. And a dog who cannot recover accumulates stress that eventually expresses itself in ways that look like behavior problems but are actually something far simpler, a need that has never been met. Give them a place. Let them find it on their own terms. And when they go there, leave them completely alone. Because to your dog, that corner is not furniture. It is the only proof that their need for quiet is something you actually respect. You sit down, and your dog walks over slowly, deliberately, circles once, and presses their body against yours. Your arm goes numb. Whatever you were doing becomes impossible. And you do not move. Most people treat this as a funny inconvenience. A sweet moment, a good story. But what is actually happening is one of the most meaningful acts of communication a dog is capable of. Sleep is the single most vulnerable state any creature can enter. Defenses down, awareness gone, the ability to detect threat completely offline. In their evolutionary history, a dog would not sleep pressed against another being unless something deep in their biology had concluded, with absolute certainty, that this creature would not harm them while they were defenseless. When your dog falls asleep touching you, they are not just being comfortable. They are making a declaration. Out of every safe place available to them in the world, they chose you. You are the safest place they know. And every time you stay still, every time you sacrifice comfort and let them sleep, you are answering that declaration. You are saying, I see what you gave me and I will not take it lightly. Think back across everything in this video. The morning greeting that told them they matter. The unhurried walk where their nose led the way. The warmth in your voice that reached directly into their nervous system. The play that honored what they are built for. The retreat that gave them permission to truly rest. Every one of those things is a deposit into something your dog has been quietly tracking, not in words, but in the only currency they have. Trust. And when they press against you and close their eyes, that is the total arriving all at once. That is everything you built together made physical. It was never just a nap. Subscribe to Rafalu, Remy is already waiting for tomorrow. Paw prints.